I learn in this letter that Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina.
He is very nearby this. He was not 3 leagues out when I left him.
He hath bestowed much honor on a young Florentine called Claudio.
Much deserves on his part, equally remembered by Don Pedro.
He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing, in the figure of a lamb, the feats of a lion.
He hath an uncle here in Messina. We'll be very much glad of it.
I have already delivered him letters, and there appears much joy in him. Even so much that joy could not show itself modest enough without a badge of bitterness.
Did he break out into tears?
In great measure.
A kind overflow of kindness. There are no faces truer than those that are so washed. For you see, it's better to weep at joy than to joy at weeping.
I pray you, is Mr. Montanto returned from the wars or no?
I don't know that name, lady. There was none such in the army of any sort.
What is he you ask for, niece?
My cousin means Mr. Benedick of Padua.
Oh, he's returned, and as pleasant as ever he was.
I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars? But how many hath he killed? For indeed I promise to eat all of his killing.
Faith, niece, you tax Mr. Benedick too much, but he'll be met with you, I doubt it not.
He hath done good service, lady, in these wars.
You had musty victual, and he hath halt to eat it. He is a very valiant trencherman, and he hath an excellent stomach.
And a good soldier too, lady.
And a good soldier to a lady. But what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, a man to a man, stuck with all honorable virtues.
It is so indeed. He is no less than a stuffed man. But as for the stuffing, well, we're all mortal.
You must not, sirs, mistake my niece. For you see, there's kind of a merry war betwixt Mr. Benedict and her. They never meet, but there's a skirmish of wit between them.
Alas, he gets nothing by that. 4 of his 5 wits went houting off, and now the whole man is governed with one? Who is his companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother.
It's possible?
Very possible. He wears his faith as the fashion of his hat. It ever changes.
I see, lady, the gentleman is not in your books.
No, and he were, I would burn my study. But I pray you, who is his companion?
He is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord, he will hang upon him like a disease, which is sooner caught than the pestilence, and the taker runs pleasantly mad. God help the noble Claudio.
I will hold friends with you, lady.
Do, good friend.
Ha! You will never run mad, niece.
No, not till a hot January.
Don Pedro has approached.
Good Mr. Leonato, you are come to meet your trouble. The fashion of the world is to avoid costing you encounter it.
Never came trouble to my house in the likelihood of your grace. For trouble being gone, comfort to remain. But when you leave from me, sorrow abides and happiness takes his leave.
You embrace your charge too willingly. I think this is your daughter.
Her mother hath many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
Truly, the lady fathers herself. Be happy, lady, for you are like an honorable father.
If Mr. Leonato be her father, she would not have his head on her shoulders, for all of Messina is like him as she is.
I wonder that you will still be talking, Mr. Benedict. Nobody marks you.
My dear Lady Disdain, are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die when she had such meat food to feed it as Mr. Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Then is courtesy a turncoat, 'cause it is certain that I'm loved by all ladies, only you excepted, and I could find in my heart pride, not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
A dear happiness to women, or else they would have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God in my cold blood I am of your humor for that. I'd rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God, keep your ladyship still in that mind. gentleman or other escape a predestinate scratched face.
A scratch face could not make it worse than 'twere such a face as yours were.
Well, you are a rare parrot teacher.
A bird of my tongue is better than any beast of yours.
I will my horse at the speed of your tongue, so good a continuum. But keep your way. God's name. I've done.
You always end with a jade's trick. I know you of old.
That is the sum of all, Leonato. Mr. Claudio and Mr. Benedick, my dear friend Leonato has invited you all. I tell him he will stay at least a month, and he hardly praises some offense to detain us longer.
And let me bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled to the prince, your brother, I owe you all the duty.
I thank you. I'm not of many words, but I thank you.
Please your grace to lead on.
Your hand, Leonato, we will go together.
Love that, man.
Benedick, didst thou note the daughter of Mr. Leonato?
Well, I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a polite young lady?
Why, faith. Methinks she's too low for a high praise. Only this commendation I can afford her. Were she other than as she is, she were unhandsome. But being no other than as she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I'm in sport. I pray thee, tell me truly how thou likest her. In mine eye, she is the sweetest lady that ever I looked on.
I can see without spectacles, and I see no such matter. Well, there's her cousin, and she were not possessed with a fury, exceeds her as much in beauty as the first of May doth the last of December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I had sworn the contrary, if you would be my wife.
Is it come to this? In faith, hath the world not one man, but he will wear his cap with suspicion. Shall I never see a bachelor at threescore again? Go to, in faith, and thou will needs thrust thy neck into the yoke and wear the print of it. Look, Don Pedro's returned to seek you.
What ticket that hails you here that you followed not to Leonato's?
Why, good would your grace would constrain me to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
You hear, Count Claudio? I can be secret as a dumb man. I would have you think so. But mark you this. He is in love. With who? Now that's your grace's part. With Hero, Leonato's daughter.
If this were so, so were uttered.
Amen if you love her, for the lady is very well worthy.
You speak this to fetch me in, my lord.
By my troth, I speak my thought.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
And by my two faiths and trust, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know.
That I neither feel how she should be loved or know how she should be worthy is the opinion that fire cannot melt out of me. I would dine at the stake.
Thou wast ever an obstinate heretic in the despite of beauty.
And never could maintain his part but in the force of his own will.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks. But I will not do them wrong to mistrust any. I will do myself the right to trust none. And I will live a bachelor.
I shall see thee ere I die, pale with love.
With anger, with sickness, or with hunger, my lord, not with love.
Well, if ever thou dost fall from this faith, thou will prove a notable argument.
If I do, hang me in a bottle like a cat and shoot at me.
As time shall try. In time the savage bull doth bear the yoke.
The savage bull may. But if ever the sensible Benedick bear it, pluck off the bull's horns, set them on my forehead. Here you may see Benedick, the married man.
Should this ever happen, thou wouldst be horned mad.
In the meantime, Mr. Benedick, prepare to Leonato's. Commend me to him and tell him that I will not fail him at supper, for he hath indeed a great preparation.
Oh, I hope I have almost enough matter in me for such an embassage.
My liege, your highness, how may I do me good?
My love is thine to teach. Teach but how?
Hath Leonato any son, my lord?
No child but hero. She's his only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudio?
Oh, my lord, when you went onward on this ended action, I looked upon her with the soldier's eye that lacked, who had a rougher task in hand than to drive life into the name of love. But now I'm returned, and that war thoughts have all left their places vacant. In their rooms come thronging soft, delicate desires, all prompting how fair young hero is, saying, I liked her ere I went to wars.
Thou wilt speak like a lover presently, entirely hearer with a book of words. If thou dost love fair hero, cherish it, and I will break with her and with her father, and you shall have her. Was it not to this end that thou beganst to twist so fine a story?
How sweetly you do to minister love that no love's grief eyes complexion.
I know that there will be reveling tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise and tell fair hero I am Claudio, and in her bosom I'll enclasp my heart and take her here in prisoner with the strong encounter and the force of my amorous tales. Then after will I break with her father, and the conclusion is, she shall be thine! In practice, let us put it presently.
Give me that.
All right, we need to move over to a garden field. Start with these chairs here, and these ones over here, and the greenery needs to shift out to layout 2.
Can we get work lights? So, to be honest, I'm a bit lost. I get that Leonato is the ranch owner, Antonia is his sister, his daughter's Hero, and his niece Beatrice. Don Pedro is in charge of the group that came back from war, but I can't remember who they are.
No, I got this. Don Pedro's sister is Don Joan, but I get shady vibes from her and her two, honestly, minions, I feel is the right word.
She's probably jealous. Will likes the whole jealousy, sabotage, rage thing. Will? Shakespeare.
Spurgeon on a first-name basis.
Claudio and Benedick are Don Pedro's friends too, don't forget, they'll be important. And I saw the tension between Benedick and Beatrice too.
Oh, she's fierce, and her jokes are brilliant. I almost laughed backstage like a...
Don't. Texts need to be invisible.
We're clearly doing a great job right now.
No, you're not. Stay focused, please. Hands couldn't figure out how to make these transitions smoother. Black box stages do have their downsides.
The one with the hair already felt for the curly-haired one. Did you see it? Curly hair is Hero, who's,
Leonato's daughter!
Good job. And Don, all of them have pretty serious hair choices. Are we talking the one with the ponytail, the one with volume and waves, the one with giant curls that might get in the eyes?
Hankins is not going to like that.
No, she won't. Or the one with smaller curls that go, like, everywhere?
Big curls, low voice, stares a lot.
Ah, Claudio, but only a Hero. Benedick and Beatrice keep talking about how ridiculous love and marriage is, and I love it.
Their jokes are my favorite.
They're totally in love.
You don't miss a thing.
It's the hair. Long hair makes people inspirational.
And smarter.
And arrogant.
And arrogant.
Okay, y'all, we need to go.
Wait, one more thing. What was their plan at the end? They looked all sneaky.
No, I got this. Don Pedro is dressing up as Claudio. Benedick is dressing up as a random because Claudio is dressing up as Benedick.
That's confusing. I find people confusing.
Oh, because love triangles and Shakespeare's confusing.
Correct, and what's the end goal?
Pedro is going to flirt with Hero as Claudio to see if she actually likes him.
Oh, that's a great idea.
We need to go.
On it.
Back to position.
Don't you like our lantern?
Go.
And our torch.
Places.
Thank you, places.
How now, sister? Where's your son? Hath he provided this music?
He is very busy about it, but brother, I can tell you strange news that you yet dreamt not of.
Are they good?
They have a good cover. The Prince of Count Claudio, walking in a thick bleached alley in mine orchard, was thus much overheard by a man of mine. The prince discovered to Claudio that he loved my niece, your daughter, and meant to acknowledge it this night in the dance. And if he found you according, he meant to take the present time by the top and instantly break with you of it.
Hath the fellow when you with that told you of this?
A good sharp fellow. I will send for him. Question him yourself.
No. We'll hold it as a dream till it appear itself. But I will prepare my daughter withal, that she may be better acquainted with an answer. Go you and tell her of it.
Dear my lord, why are you thus out of measure sad?
The sadness is without limit.
You should hear reason.
And when I hath heard it, what blessings bring it?
If not a present remedy, then at least a patient sufferance.
I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause and smile at no man's jest.
Yeah, but you have, as of late, stood out against your brother, and he have taken you newly into his grace, where it is impossible for you to grow, but by the fair weather that you make yourself. It is necessary for you to frame the season for your own harvest.
I had rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace. I cannot be said to be a flatter and honest woman. It must not be denied, but I am a plain-dealing villain.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make all use of it, for I use it only. What news, Borachio?
I came yonder from a great supper. The prince, your brother, is being royally entertained by Leonato.
So serve for any model to build mischief on? What is he for a fool to betroth himself to unquietness?
Mary is your brother's right hand.
The most exquisite Claudio?
Even he.
And who? And who? Which way looks he?
Hero, the daughter of Leonato.
How came you to this?
Being entertained by a perfumer, comes me the prince and Claudio in a hand in hand in a sad conference. I weep behind the arras, and there heard the plan for the prince to woo Hero for himself, and then give her to Count Claudio.
This may prove food to my displeasure. That young startup hath all the glory for my overthrow. If I can cross him anyway, I bless myself every way. You are both sure you will assist me?
Oh, to the death, my lord.
Let us to the great supper. Shall we prove what's to be done?
We'll wait upon your lordship.
Set up for the party. Pre-square dancing.
Byrd. Fun activities about sibling bonding and sneaky sister of Don Pedro. Names? Leonato and Antonia. Then Don Joan and
minions?
Conrade and Borachio.
Who, by the way, absolutely know what's going on with the whole dress-up thing and are for sure going to do something sketchy. But Antonia and Leonato don't. I think she misheard, so that's awkward. Well, that's perfect. Time to start. Last scene change took way too long, so we need to make up for some time. But I was wondering, can we stay for this scene? I do kind of want to join in. I like parties.
Absolutely not. But we will have other people join us during the next scene.
Like me. I'm calling the square dance.
Yes, but this is also the scene where the VIPs get to join. Speaking of, we need to find our accessories.
Does that mean it's time for places?
No, run crew looks like they're still setting up.
Well,
but let's go backstage and get our accessories. Yes, and now it looks like we're ready for places.
Thank you, places.
Was not Count Joan here at supper?
I saw her not.
How tart that lady looks. I never can see her, but I'm heartburned an hour after.
She is of a very silent disposition.
He was made just in the midway between him and Benedick. One was too like an image and says nothing, and the other like my lady's eldest son, ever more tattling.
Then half of Mr. Benedick's tongue in Claudio's mouth, and half of Claudio's silence in Mr. Benedick's face.
With a good leg and a good foot, uncle, and money enough in his purse. Such a man could win any woman in the world if I could get her goodwill.
Niece, thou wilt never get thee a husband if thou be so shrewd of thy tongue.
In faith, she's too cursed.
And by being too cursed, God will send you no man.
If he send me no husband, I pray to God.
Well, niece, I trust you will be ruled by your father.
Yes, faith. It is my cousin's duty to make courtesy and say, Father, as it please you. But for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, or else make another courtesy and say, Father, as it please me.
Well, niece, I hope to see you one day fitted with the husband.
Not till God make men of some other metal than earth. No, uncle, I'll none. Adam's sons are my brethren, and truly I hold it esteem to match my finger.
Daughter, if the prince do solicit you in that kind, you know your answer.
Hear me, hero. Wooing, wedding, and repentance is a Scotch G, a measure, and a St. Pat's. The first suit is hot and hasty, like a Scotch G, and full as fantastical. The wedding, manly modest as a measure, full of state and ancientry. And then comes repentance, and with his bad legs, falls into a sick pace faster and faster till he sinks into his grave.
The revelers are entering. Did you make good room?
Lady, will you walk about with your friend?
So you walk softly, look sweetly, and say nothing. I'm yours for the evening, and especially after I walk away.
With me in your company?
I may say so if I please.
And when please you to say so?
For God defend the loop, be like the king.
Speak low if you speak low.
Well, I would. You did like me.
So would not I, for your own sake, for I have many good qualities.
Which is one?
I say my prayers aloud.
I love you the better then. Be careful may cry. Amen.
God matched me with a good dancer. I know you will. You are Miss Antonia.
At a word, I'm not.
I know you by the way of your head.
tell you the truth, I'm counterfeiter.
You could never do her so ill well unless you were the very woman. Here's her driving up and down. You are she, you are she.
At a word, I'm not.
Come, you think I don't want to know you by your excellent wit? Can virtue hide itself? Go to, Mom, you are she. Virtue will appear and there's an end.
Will you not tell me who you are?
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you tell me who told you so?
Well, not now.
That I was disdainful. Was Mr. Benedick that said so?
What's he?
I'm sure you know him well enough.
Not I, believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
I pray you, what is he?
Why, he is the Princess Jester, a very dull fool. Only his gift is in devising impossible slanders. He both pleases men and angers them, and then they laugh at him and beat him. I'm sure he is in his sleep. I would, he had boarded me.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you said.
Do. He'll but break a comparison or two on me, which, peradventure not marked or not laughed at, strikes him into melancholy. We must follow the leaders.
In every good thing.
Nay, if they lead to any ill, I will lead them at the next turn.
Alrighty, everybody. Grab a partner and square up. Dial your partner in your corner two. Circle left. And then right to your corner and do-si-do your partner. Left your corner and weave that thread. Head two couples promenade halfway with a yee-haw. Pass the ocean, extend. Follow trade, lead run right. Lead trade, couples trade. Tag the line, face right. Bend the line, slide through. Swing up, take him home. Now I want you to grab your partner by the ear and swing him overboard. Circle left. Do-si-do your corner. And left elevator your partner. Elevator right that corner and weave that ring. And now I'd like to welcome your VIPs.
Thank you, guys.
Side two couples promenade halfway. Circle left. Have him in the left that quarter
halfway. Circle right.
Right this way. Yeah, no one's circling.
Alabama right that corner and dose it over your partner. Alabama left that corner and promenade that ring. Now I want you to high-five your partner with a yee-haw. Yeah! And thank your VIP.
Thank you.
Now grab a partner and square up. Head square through 4. Slide through. Swing and promenade with a yee-haw. Now bow to your partner in your corner too. And have a wonderful night.
Sure, my brother is amorous on Hero and has to draw her father to break with him about it. The ladies follow her, and but one visor remains.
And that is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Are you not Mr. Benedick?
You know me well, I'm he.
Mister, you are very near my brother in his love. He is enamored on Hero. I pray you dissuade him from her. She is no equal for his birth. You will do the part of an honest man in it.
How know you he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection.
Yea, he swore that he would marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the banquet.
Thus answer I, in the name of Benedick. But hear this ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so. The prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all of the things save in the office and affairs of love. Therefore, all hearts in love must use their own tongues. Let every eye negotiate for itself and trust no agent. For beauty is a witch, against whose faith melteth into blood. This is an accident of hourly proof, which I mistrusted not. Farewell, therefore, hero.
Count Claudio, come, will you go with me?
Whither?
Even to the next willow about your business, County. Okay. What fashion we wear the garland of? About your neck like Lucer's chain, or under your arm like Lieutenant's scarf? You must wear it one way, for the prince has got your hero.
I wish him joy of her.
Did you think the prince would have served you thus?
I pray you, leave me.
Ho! Now you strike like the blind man.
If it will not be, I'll leave you.
Alas, poor her fell. Now would creep into the sedges. But that my lady Beatrice should know me, and not know me. The prince is full. Ha! And maybe I go under that title because I'm married. Yay. But so I'm apt to do myself wrong. I'm not so reputed. It is the base, the bitter disposition of Beatrice that puts the world in her person and so gives me out. Well, I'll be revenged if I may.
Now, mister, where's the count? Did you see him?
Troth, my lord, I found him here as melancholy as Elijah in a warren. I told him, and I think I told him true, that your good grace, I got the goodwill of this young lady. Yeah. and I offered him my company to the willow tree, either make him a garland as being forsaken, or to bind him up a rod as being worthy to be whipped.
To be whipped? What's his fault?
The flat transgression of a schoolboy who, being overjoyed to find a bird's nest, shows it to his companions, and he steals it.
Will that make a trust out of a transgression? The transgression is in the stealer.
Yet the rod he might have bestowed upon you, as I take it, have stolen his bird's nest.
I but teach them how to sing and restore them to their owner.
If they're singing answer you're saying, by my faith, you say honestly.
I heard Beatrice had the quarrel with you. The gentleman that danced with her said she is much wronged by you.
Oh, she misused me past the endurance of a block. An oak but with one green leaf on it would have answered her. She told me, not thinking I've been myself, that I was the prince's jester. That I was taller than a great thought, huddling just upon jest with such impossible conveyance that I stood like a man at a mark, with the whole army shooting at me. She speaks fierce, every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her terminations, there were no living near her, she would infect to the North Star. I would not marry her, though she were endowed with all that Adam bad left him before he transgressed. Come, talk not of her. Of disquiet, horror, and perturbation follows her.
Look, here she comes.
Would your grace command me any service at the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand out to the intimities that you can devise to send me on. I will fetch you a toothpicker from the furthest inch of Asia, rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy. You have no employment in me.
None, but to desire your good company.
Oh God, sir, here's a dish I love not. I cannot enter my lady tongue.
Come, lady, come. You have lost the heart of Mr. Benedick.
It is so indeed, my lord. And he lent me a while, and I gave him use for it. A double heart for his single. Married once before he wanted of me with false dice. Therefore, your grace may well say I've lost.
You have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
So I would not he should do me, my lord, lest I should prove the mother of fools. I have brought Count Claudio whom you have sent me to see.
Why, how now, Count? Wherefore art you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
Ellie, sick?
Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad nor sick, nor merry nor well, but civil Count, civil as an orange and something of that jealous complexion.
If faith, lady, I think your blazing be true. Though if you do so, his conceit is false. Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and the fair hero won, and her father's, he agrees to it, so name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Come, Count, take me and my daughter with her my fortunes. His grace hath made the match, and in grace say amen to it.
Speak, Count. 'Tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I give away myself to you and dote upon the exchange.
Speak, cousin. Or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss and let him not speak neither.
Yeah. Whew. In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Poor fool. My cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she doth, cousin.
Good Lord, 4 lines. And thus goes everyone in the world but I, and I'm sunburnt. I may sit in the corner and cry hi-ho for a husband.
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
I would rather have one of your father's getting. Half your grace near a brother like you.
Will you have me, lady?
No, my lord. Unless I may have another for working days. Your grace is too costly to wear every day. But I beseech you pardon me. I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
To marry best becomes you, for out of the question, you were born in a merry hour.
No, sure, my lord. My mother cried.
Niece, will you look to the things I told you
I
of?
cry you mercy, Uncle, by the grace of pardon.
By my troth, a pleasant-spirited lady.
There's little of the melancholy element in her, my lord. She hath oftentimes dreamed of unhappiness and wiped herself with laughing.
She cannot endure to hear tell of a husband.
Oh, by no means. She mocks all her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedick.
Oh, Lord, my lord, if they were but a week married, they would dog themselves mad.
County Claudio! When mean you to go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord. Time goes on crutches till love have all his rights.
Not till Monday, my dear son, which is a time too brief, to have all things answered in my mind.
Come, you shake the hand so long a breathing. But I warrant thee, Claudio, the time shall not go duly by us. I will, on the interim, undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Mr. Benedick and Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, the one with the other. I would fain have a pair and would doubt not but to fashion it, if you three will administer such assistance as I shall give you direction.
I'm with you, my lord, though it cost me 10 nights watching.
And I, my lord.
And you, fair hero?
I'll do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
And Benedick is not the unhopeless husband I know. Thus I can praise him, for he is of a noble strain, of confirmed honesty and approved valor. I will teach you how to humor your cousin so that she shall fall in love with Benedick. And I, with your two helps, will practice on Benedick that, in despite of his quick wit and his queasy stomach, he shall fall in love with Beatrice.
Yes.
Oh, if we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer, for his glory will be ours. For we are the only love gods. Go in with me, and I will tell you my drift. Oh boy.
It is so. The Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonato.
Yeah, my lord, but I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment will be made assailable to me. I am sick in displeasure to him, and whatsoever comes afterward his affection ranges evenly with mine. How canst thou cross this marriage?
Not honestly, my lord, but so convertedly that no dishonesty shall appear on me.
Show me briefly how.
I thought I told your lordship a year since how I am in favor of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman of Hero.
I remember.
At any unseasonable instant of the night, I can appoint her to look out her mistress' chamber window.
What life is in that? To be the death of this marriage?
The poison that lies in your temper. You go to the prince, your brother, and tell him that he hath wronged his honor by marrying the renowned Claudio, whose estimate you mightly hold up to such a contaminated scale, such one as Hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo Hero, and to kill Leonato. For you any other issue?
Only to despite them, I will endeavor anything.
Go then, find me a meet hour to draw Don Pedro and Count Claudio alone. Tell them that Hero loves me, and intend a kind of zeal to both the prince and Claudio. That you have discovered thus, they will scarcely believe this without trial. Offer them an instance which shall bear no less likelihood than to see me at her chamber window. Hear me call Margaret Hero. Margaret term me Claudio. Bring them to see this the very night before the intended wedding. And for the meantime, I will so fashion matter of Hero's absence. There will be such seeming truth of Hero's disloyalty that jealousy shall be called assurance, and all the preparations overthrown.
Grow this to what adverse issue it can. I will put it in practice. Be cunning in the working this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
Be you cunning in the accusation, and it shall not shame me.
I will presently go learn their day of marriage.
That was so good for Claudio.
That was so exciting.
Everyone did so well.
Yes, we all have a good party, but we need to reset. Check your clipboards and let's go.
I have to say, Beatrice and Benedick are so fun to watch. I don't know which they're best at, roasting each other or being in denial about loving each other.
Equal. Not sure which one's gonna beat the other at this point. Their friends playing is hilarious though.
Facts. Both parties are going to convince that they're friends, that they're in love with each other, which, I mean, They are, but there's no doubt gonna do it by mocking them.
Also, that fake-up plan, it worked. Claudio gets to marry Hero because of Don Pedro's fake courting situation.
Yeah, and Don Joan isn't too happy about it.
I like her. Makes things way more interesting. And we get to have cool evil music during our scenes, so our jobs are more fun.
Yeah, and lighting gets to be subtly shadier to match her shadiness.
What's her plan again? I was still in the square dance mindset, so I got lost.
She's gonna tell Claudio that Kira's cheating on him. We already saw him go berserk when he thought Don Pedro was trying to take Kira for himself.
He is pretty traumatic.
He loves her. I think it's sweet. He just needs a power nap.
Especially if Don Joan is going to trick Claudio into thinking Hero stepped out. It's a pretty solid plan if they can execute it well.
It's convenient Margaret and Borachio already like each other. That's who they're using to convince Claudio.
How is that gonna work? Wouldn't he recognize Margaret even if he's standing far away?
Well, no. It's nighttime. Claudio's already on edge.
Wait, hold up. Margaret's doing this to one of her best friends? Since when did she turn evil?
No, don't worry. The girls trio is rock solid. Places.
Hurry! Next places.
I do much wonder that one man see how much another man is fool when he dedicates himself to love shall, after he hath lapsed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by failing in love. Such a man as Claudio. Those words are a very fantastical banquet. So many strange dishes. May I be so converted and see with these eyes? Oh, I cannot tell. She shall never make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I'm well. Another is wise, yet I'm well. But till all graces be in one woman shall not come in my grace. Rich she shall be, that's certain. Wiser, I'll none. Fairer, well, I'll never look on her. Milder, come not near me. Noble, or not I for an angel. Of good discourse, a great musician, and her hair shall be of what color pleases God. Here comes the prince of you love. I will have you the arbor.
Still the evening is, hushed on purpose to grace harmony.
See you where Benedick hath hid himself?
Very well, my lord.
By my troth, a good song. Come hither, Leonato. What was he told me yesterday that your niece Beatrice was in love with Mr. Benedick?
I never did think that lady would have loved any man.
No, nor I neither. But most wonderful that she should so dote on Mr. Benedick, whom she hath in all outward behaviors seemed ever to abhor.
Is it possible, since the word of this quarter?
By my troth, my lord, I cannot tell what to think of it, but that she loves him with an enraged affection. It is past the infinite thaw.
Maybe she doth but counterfeit.
Oh God, counterfeit? There was ever counterfeit a passion that came so near to the life of passion as she so discovers it.
Bait this hook well, this fish will bite.
You amaze me. I would have I thought her spirit had been invincible against all assaults of affection.
I would have sworn to have, my lord, especially against Mr. Benedick.
The white-bearded fellow speaks, and neighbor cannot sure hide himself in such reverence.
Yeah, I tell you the infection. Hold it up.
Hath she made her affection known to Benedick?
No, and she swears she never will. That is her torment.
'Tis true indeed, so your niece says, shall I have so often countered him with scorn, write to him that I love him.
This says she now when she's beginning to write to him, for she'll be up 20 times a night, and there she will sit in her smock till she hath read a sheet of paper. My daughter tells us all.
I remember a pretty jest your daughter told us of.
Oh, when she had read it and was reading it over, she found Benedick and Beatrice between the shade. Oh, she tore the letter into 1,000 halfpence, railed at herself that she should be so immodest to write to one she knew would flout him. I measure him, says she, by my own spirit, for if he writ to me, I thought I'd flout him. Yeah, thought I loved him, I should.
Then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses. Oh, sweet Benedick, God give me patience.
She does indeed. My daughter says so. In the ecstasy hath so much overborne her that my daughter is sometimes afeard she may do a desperate outrage to herself.
Oh, it were good that Benedick knew of it by some other, if she will not discover it.
To what ends he would make one of a sport of it and torment the poor lady worse.
She's an excellent sweet lady.
And she is exceedingly wise.
In everything but loving Benedick.
I am sorry for her, and I have just cause, being her uncle and her guardian.
I pray you, tell Benedick of it. Hear what he will say.
We're good, thank you.
For he will think sure that she will die. For she says she will die if he love her not. And she will die ere she make her love known. And she will die if he woo her.
'Tis very possible he'll scorn it. For the man, as you know all, hath a contemptible spirit.
He is a very proper man.
He have indeed a good outward happiness.
In God and in my mind, very wise.
He doth indeed show some sparks that are like wit.
And I take it to be valiant.
Well, I am sorry for your niece. Shall we go seek Benedick and tell him of her love?
Never tell, my lord. Let her wear it out.
Nay, she may wear her heart out first.
Well, we will hear further it by your daughter. Let it cool the while. I love Benedick well, and I wish he would modestly examine himself to see how much he is unworthy. So good a lady.
My lord, will you walk? Dinner's ready.
Let us send her out to fetch him in for supper.
Well, this can't be no trick. The conference was sadly born. They hear the truth of this from Hero? Well, they seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have their full bent. Love me. Well, I must be requited. Oh, I hear I am censured. They say I'll bury myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They say, too, that she will rather die than show any sign of affection. Well, I must not seem proud. Happy are they that hear the distractions and can put them to mending. Say the lady is fair. Well, 'tis the truth I can bear them witness. But for love of me, oh, by my troth, it is no addition to her wit, nor no great argument of her folly, for I will be madly in love with her. Oh, I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me, because I've railed so long against marriage. Oh, but doth not the appetite alter? When I said I would die of passion, I did not think I should live till I were married. Oh, here comes Beatrice. I had to say she's a fair lady. I do spice the marks of love on her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you. Come into dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure then in the message?
Yea, just so much as you may take upon a knife's point and choke a dog withal. You have no stomach, mister? Fare you well.
Against my will, I'm sent to bid you come to dinner. There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains for those things as you took pains to thank me. That's as much to say. And the pains I take for you are as easy as thanks.
Okay, now, when Beatrice doth come, as we trace this alley up and down, our talk must only be of Benedick. When I do name him, let that part be to praise him ever more than man did Mary. My talk to thee must be how Benedick is sick in love of Beatrice. Of this matter, little Cupid's crafty arrow is made that only wounds by hearsay. Now begin. Lord, look. How Beatrice like a lapwing runs close to the ground to hear our complaints.
So, anger we for Beatrice, who even now is couched in the woodbine coverture. Fear you not my part of the dialogue.
Then we go near her, for her ear loses none of the false sweet bait that we lay for it. No, truly, Margaret. She is too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedick loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my new child lore.
And did they bid you tell her of it, ma'am?
They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them that if they love Benedick, to let him wrestle with affection and never let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as full, as fortunate a bed as ever Beatrice shall couch upon?
Oh, God of love, I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded to a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn right sparkling in her eyes, misprising on what they look on. And her wit, it values itself so highly that all else matter seems weak. She cannot love, nor take shape, nor projective affection. She is so self-endeared. Yeah.
Sure, I think so. And therefore certainly it were not good she knew his love, lest she make sport at it.
Why, you speak truth. I never yet saw man how wise and noble and young and rarely featured, but she would spell him backward to fair-faced. So she turns every man the wrong side out. And she never takes truth or virtue that which simpleness and merit purchase it.
Sure, such grappling is not commendable.
No, not to be so odd from all fashions, but as Beatrice is, cannot be commendable. Oh, but who dare tell her so? If I should, she would mock me in the air. Oh, she would laugh me out myself and press me to death with wit.
Yet tell her of it. Hear what she will say.
No, rather I'll go to Benedick and have him fight against his passion. And truly, I'll devise some honest slander to sustain my cousin with. One doth not know how much an ill word may empoison liking.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse such rare a gentleman as Mr. Benedick.
He is the best man of this county, except my dear Claudio.
When are you married, ma'am?
Well, in a day. Oh, tomorrow. Come, go in. I'll show thee some attires and have that counsel which is best to furnish me in tomorrow.
She's mine, thy word too, we've caught her, ma'am.
If it proves so, loving goes by haps. Some cupids kill with arrows, and some with traps.
What fire is in mine ears? Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell, and maiden pride adieu. No glory lives behind the backs of such. And Benedick, love on, I will requite thee, taming my wild heart by thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind up our loves in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reportedly.
I do but stay till your marriage be constant, and then go on toward Aragon.
I'll bring you thither, my lord, if you'll vouchsafe me.
Oh, nay, I will only be bold with Benedick's first company. For from the crown of his head to the sole of his foot, he is all mirth. He hath twice or thrice cut you with the bowstring, and the little hangman dare not shoot at him.
Gallants. Oh, now is our fin.
So say, methinks you were saying her.
I hope he be in love.
Hang it, truant. There's no true drop of blood in him. To be truly touched with love, he be sad. He wants money.
I have the toothache.
Draw it.
Hang it.
You must hang it first, then draw it afterwards.
What? Sorry for the toothache.
Where's but a humor or a worm?
Well, everyone can master a great, but he that has it.
Yet say I, he is in love.
There's no appearance of fancy in him. Has any man seen him at the barber's?
No, but the barber's man after seen with him and the old ornament in his cheek, I thought he'd been stuffed with tennis balls.
Indeed, he looks younger than he did.
The sweet youth's in love.
Oh, the greatest note of it is his melancholy.
His jesting spirit is now corrected to a lute string and now governed by stops.
Indeed, that tells a heavy tale for him. Conclude, he is in love.
Nay, but I know, who loves him?
Oh, that one I know too. I warrant one that knows him not.
Yes, in his ill conditions and in despite of all, dies for him.
She shall be buried with her face upwards.
Yes, there's no job for a toothache. Oh, mister, walk aside with me. I've studied 8 or 9 wise words to speak to you, which these hobble horses must not hear.
For my life to break with him about Beatrice.
'Tis true indeed. Hero Margaret have fathers played their parts of Beatrice, and the two bears will not bite one another when they meet.
My lord, my brother, God save you!
Good den, sister.
If your leisure served, I would speak with you.
In private?
If it please you. But Count Claudio may hear, for what I must speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Needs your lordship to be married tomorrow.
You know he does.
No, not that. When he knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and aim bitter at me, but that I will now manifest. For my brother, I think he holds you well, and in dearness of heart hath hoped to effect your assured marriage. Surely so ill spent, labor ill bestowed.
Why? What's the matter?
Oh, I came hither to tell you, and circumstances shortened, for she has been too long a talking of. The lady is disloyal.
Who, hero?
Even she! Leonato's hero, your hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal.
Go with me tonight. You shall see her chamber window entered even the night before her wedding day.
May this be so.
I will not think it.
If you dare not trust that you see, confess not that you know. If you will follow me, I will show you enough. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
If I see anything tonight, why should I marry her in the congregation where I should wed? There will I blame her.
And as I wooed for thee to have her, I shall join thee.
Bear it coldly but till midnight, and let the issue show itself.
Oh, stay untolerably turned!
Oh, mischief strangely thwarted!
Oh, plague right well prevented! So you will say when you have seen the sequel.
Check your clipboards. We're switching over to the nighttime watch.
Heard. Did you not love the garden scenes? And did you see the lighting on that? Such artistry.
Stop talking to the audience. The fourth wall is still mostly intact.
I mean, I'm sure they figured out we put these scene changes in here to make sure they're not confused by Shakespeare's made-up words and inconsistent poetry.
Nah, they couldn't possibly have figured it out. Our clipboards make it too sneaky.
Obviously.
True.
I mean, yeah, sounds about right.
But seriously, the garden scenes were awesome, and they worked. Beatrice is confident, Benedick is literally sick with love, and he's already planning to marry her.
Pretty fast emotional shift there.
Yeah, that's what happens when you use humor as a defense mechanism.
But good humor.
Ready for this wedding, though? Lights are gonna be all warm and happy. Until they're not.
Oh, we're ready too. Happy wedding music and everything.
And I think we're good. Places.
Thank you, places.
Are you good men and true?
Yea, or else they were pity. But they should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that were a punishment too good for them, if they should have any allegiance in them being chosen for the prince's watch.
Well, give them their charge, neighbor Dogberry.
First, who think you the most undeserving man to be constable?
Deserving.
George Sequel, sir. The neck can write and read.
Come hither, neighbor Sequel. God has blessed you with a good name. To be a well-favored man is the gift of fortune, but to write and read comes by nature.
Both which, Master Constable.
You have. I knew it would be your answer. Well, why give God thanks and make no boast of it? As for your writing and reading, let that appear when there is no need of such vanity. You are thought here to be the most senseless and fit man for the constable of the watch. Therefore, bear you the lantern. The lantern. This is your job. You are to comprehend all vagrant men. You are to bid any man stand in the prince's name.
How if he will not stand?
Why then, take no note of him, but let him go and presently thank God you are rid of a knave.
If he will not stand when he is bidden, he is none of the prince's subjects.
True, and they are to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. You shall also make no noise in the streets, for the watch to babble and to talk is most tolerable, and not to be endured. You are to call at all the alehouses and bid those that are drunk get them to bed.
How if they will not?
Why then, let them alone till they are sober. If they make you not then the better answer, you may say they are not the men you took them for.
Well, sir.
If you meet a thief, you may suspect him by virtue of your office to be no true man. And for such kind of men, the less ornamental you make with them, why, the more is for your honesty.
If we know him to be a thief, shall we not lay hand on him?
Truly, by your office you may, but I think they that touch pitch will be defiled. The most peaceful way for you, if you do take a thief, is to let him show himself for what he is and steal out of your company.
You can always call him merciful man.
'Tis very true.
This is the end of your job. You are to present the prince's own person. If you meet the prince in the night, you may stay him.
Nay, on the Virgin Mary, that I think he cannot.
5 shillings to 1 on it. With any man that knows the statutes, you may stay him. Not without the prince be willing, for indeed, the watch ought to offend no man. And it is an offense to stay a man against his will.
On Mary, I think it be so.
Well, masters, good night. If there be any matter of importance, call up me. Come, neighbor.
We hear our charge. Come, let's sit upon the church bench until 2, and then all to bed.
One word more, honest neighbors. I pray you watch about Mr. Leonato's door, for there being a wedding there tomorrow. There is a great coil tonight. Adieu, be fidgeted, I beseech you.
Honest neighbor, your face begins to take on a pallor of paleness. Rest here a while. I shall make a round of the perimeter. It shall take me but a moment.
This lantern the moon doth represent.
Show yourselves, neighbor. 2 villains approach this way. Their gait speaks of foul misdeeds. We must hide ourselves and apprehend them secretly. Listen here if they speak of their foul misdeeds.
Know that I have earned a donjon that was in duties. And they thought Margaret was hero. Or at least 2 of them did. The Prince of Claudio, but the devil, our master, knew that she was Margaret. Then, partly by the night, which did deceive them, partly by their oaths, which did at first possess them, but chiefly by your villainy, did confirm any slander Don Joan may have said. Away went Claudio, enraged, and vowed that he would meet Hero at the chapel next morning, and in front of the whole congregation, shame her with what he saw her night, and send her home again without a husband.
We charge you in the prince's name. Stand! Call up the right man as constable. We have here recovered the most dangerous piece of lecture that was ever known in the Commonwealth.
Masters.
And one son is one of them. I know him. I wear the law.
Masters.
We have a faith to bring the performance forth. We charge you to obey us without question. I'm boring to me.
Well, now come. Obey you.
Tear down the street scene.
Oh, we added some sports for those. Street lamps.
There weren't any street lamps in that time period? Wait, what time period are we in?
1889. That makes a lot of sense. I wonder why those accents were all so unique.
Dogberry's a fun character.
But the watch couldn't pour water out of a boot with heel instructions on the heel.
Okay. That's set. Okay.
Let's go. Coming up, we get to see their arraignment, much deserved.
But first the wedding, though we know that Claudio has some sort of sabotage plan.
Murder. What? Most murders are committed by someone who is known as a victim.
I don't think that's the plan. He's just gonna confront her. Loudly.
He needs therapy.
I need therapy.
Okay. That goes there. Sawyer's.
Are we good?
Places.
Thank you, places.
I think your other bravado were better.
No. Pray leave it, Meg. I'll wear this.
By my troth, it's not so good, and I warrant your cousin will say so.
My cousin's a fool, and thou art another. I wear none but this. Oh. God, give me joy to wear this. My heart is exceeding heavy.
'Twill be heavier soon by the weight of a man.
Fie upon thee! Art not ashamed?
Of what, my lady? Of speaking honorably? Is not marriage honorable in a beggar? Is not your lord honorable without merit? Ask my lady Beatrice else. Here she comes.
Good morrow, cuz.
Good morrow, sweet hero.
Why, how now? Do you speak in a sick tune?
I'm out of all of the tune, methinks. 'Tis almost 5 o'clock, cousin. 'Tis the time you were ready. By my troth, I am exceeding ill. Hi-ho.
For a hawk, a horse, or a husband?
For the letter that begins them all. H.
God sent every one of their heart's desires.
These gloves the Count sent me, they are an excellent perfume.
I cannot smell. By my troth, I am sick.
Get you some of this distilled Cardis Benedictus and lay it to your heart. It is the only thing for a qualm.
There thou prickest her with the thistle.
Benedictus? Why Benedictus? You have some moral in this Benedictus?
Moral? No, by my troth, I have no double meaning. I meant plain holy thistle. You may think perchance that I think you are in love. Nay, byre lady, I am not such a fool to think what I list, nor I list not to think what I can, nor indeed I cannot think if I would think my heart out of thinking that you are in love, or that you will be in love, or that you can be in love. Yet Benedick was such another, and now he has become a man, and yet now, in despite of his heart, he eats his meat without grudging. And how you may be converted, I know not, but methinks you look with your eyes as other women do.
What pace is it that thy tongue keeps?
Not a false gallows.
Okay, come on, good Meg, good cuz, for the Count, Don Joan, Mr. Benedick, and all the gallants of the town are soon to fetch you to the church. Come on, yes.
What would you with me, honest neighbors?
Marry, sir, I have some confidence that concerns you nearly.
Brief, I pray you, for you see it's a busy time with me.
Marry, this it is, sir. Yes, in truth it is, sir.
What is it, my good friend?
Good man Virgil, sir, speaks a little off the matter, as his wits are not so blunt as, God help, I would desire they were. But, in faith, honest as the skin between his brows.
Yes, I thank God I'm as honest as any man living who's an old man and no more honester than I.
Comparisons are odorous. Palaverous, neighbor Virgis.
Neighbors, you are tedious.
It pleases your worship to say so, but we are the poor duke's officers. But truly, for mine own part, if I were as tedious as a king, I could find it in my heart to bestow it all your worship.
All that tediousness on me, eh?
Yea, and Twer.
I fain know what you have to say.
Marry, sir, our watch tonight, except in your worship's presence, contain a couple of Xerxes as any in Messina.
A good old man, sir. He will be talking. As they say, when the age is in, the wit is out. God help us, it is a world to see. Well said, if faith, neighbor Burgess. Well, God's a good man.
No. No.
And two men ride of a horse, one must ride behind. An honest soul, if faith, sir. By my troth he is as ever broke bread, but God is to be worshipped. All men are not alike. Alas, good neighbor.
Indeed, he comes too short of you.
Gifts that God gives.
I'm a sleepy.
One word, sir. Our watch, sir, have indeed comprehended two suspicious persons, and we would have them this morning examined before your worship.
Take their examination yourself and bring it to me. I'm now in great haste as it may appear itself upon to you.
It shall be suffocance.
Drink some wine, ere you go. Fare you well.
Go, good partner. Get you to Francis Seacole. George Seacole. Bid him bring his pen and Inghorn to the jail. We are now to examination these men.
And we must do it wisely.
We will spare for no wit, I'll warrant you. Only get the learned writer to set down her excommunication and meet me at the jail.
No.
Friar, you come to marry then.
Lady, you come hither to be married to this lord?
I do.
If any of you know any inward impediments why you should not be conjoined, charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any count?
I dare make his answer. None.
Oh, what men dare do. Oh, what men may do. Oh, what men daily do, not knowing what they do.
How now? Interjections?
Will you, with free and unconstrained soul, give me this maid, your daughter?
As freely son as God did give her maid.
There then, Leonato, take her back again. Behold, like a maid she blushes. Would you not swear by these exterior shows her blush is guiltiness, not modesty?
What do you mean to do, my lord?
Not to be married. You will say she didn't embrace me as a husband. No, Leonato. I never tempted her with word too large, but as a brother to his sister, showed bachelor sincerity and comely love.
And I ever seemed otherwise to you?
Seeming, you seem to me as Artemis in her orb, but you are more intemperate in your blood than Aphrodite.
Is my lord well?
Sweet prince, why speak not you?
What should I speak?
This looks not like a nuptial.
True. Oh God.
Leonato, stand out here. Is this the prince? Is this the prince's sister? Is this face, heroes? Are our eyes our own?
All this is so, but what of it, my lord?
Let me but move one question to your daughter. Bid her answer truly.
What kind of catechising call you this?
To make you answer truly to your name.
Is it not hero? Who can blot that name with any just reproach?
Marry that can, hero. Hero thyself can blot out hero's name. What man was he talk with you yesternight out at your window betwixt 12 and 1?
Oh, I was with no man at that hour, my lord.
Myself, my sister, and this grieved count did hear her at that hour last night talk with a ruffian outside her chamber window, who hath indeed, most like a liberal villain, confessed the encounters that they have had 1,000 times in secret.
Bah! Bah! They are not to be named, not to be spoken of. Oh, pretty lady, I am sorry for thy misgovernment.
Oh, hero, what a hero hast thou been. Fare thee well, most foul, most fair, farewell, for the outlook of all the gates of love. So,
Why, how now, cousin? Wherefore sink you down?
Come, let us go. These things come thus to life. Smother her spirits up.
How doth the lady?
Dead, I think. Oh, help, Uncle! Mr. Benedick! Oh, hero! Why, hero! Uncle, Mr. Benedick, friar! Well, how now, cousin?
Have comfort, lady.
For mine and mine I loved, and mine I praised, and mine I was so proud, and mine so much that I was myself not mine!
Sir, be patient.
Oh, on my soul, my cousin is blood!
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not. Although, until last night, I had this 12-month been her bedfellow.
Oh, confirmed. Will the two princes lie, and Claudio lie, who speaking of her action, washed her with tears?
Hear me a little. For I've only been silent so long, and given way unto this course of fortune by noting of the lady. Call me a fool, trust not my reading nor observations, which with experimental seal doth warrant the tenor of my book. Trust not my age, my reverence, calling, nor divinity. If this sweet lady lie not guiltless here, under some bad error.
Friar, why speakest thou now to cover with the excuse that which appears itself in proper nakedness?
Lady, what man is he you are accused of?
They know that to accuse me, I know none. Oh, my father, prove you that any man with me at hours unmet, or that I yesternight maintained the change of words with any creature.
There are some strange misprisions in these princes.
If the wisdoms be misled in this, the practice of it lives in Joan the bastard, whose spirit toils and frames villainies.
I know not if they speak the truth of her. These hands will tear them if they wrong her honor. To quit me of them thoroughly.
Pause a while, and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the prince is left for dead. Let her a while be secretly kept in, and publish it that she is dead indeed. Maintain a mourning ostentation, and on your family's old monument, hang mournful epitaphs and do all rites that appertain unto a burial.
But what of this? What will this do?
Change slander to remorse. That is some good. But not for that dream I on the strange course, but on this travail, look for greater birth. She dying, as it must so be maintained on the instant she was accused, shall be lamented, pitied, and excused of every hearer. So will it fare with Claudio. When he shall hear she died upon his words, the idea of her laugh shall sweetly creep into his study of imagination, more moved and delicate and full of life into the eye and prospect of his soul than when she lived indeed. Then shall he mourn, if ever love had interest in his liver, and wish he had not so accused her. Though he thought his accusation true, let this be so, and doubt not but success will fashion this event in better shape than I can lay it down in livelihood.
Huh?
We're gonna pretend she's dead.
Ah!
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Leonato, let the friar advise you, and though you know my inwardness and love is very much unto the Prince and Claudio, I will, by mine honor, deal with this as secretly and justly as your soul should with your body.
'Tis well consented. Presently away.
Sweet Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I'll weep a while longer.
Oh, I will not desire that.
You have no reason. I do it freely.
Surely I too believe your fair cousin is wronged.
How much might the man deserve of me that will right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way, but no such friend.
Well, may a man do it?
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world as well as you. Is that not strange?
As strange as the thing I know not. It were it possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you. But believe me not, and yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing. I'm sorry for my cousin.
By my soul, Beatrice, that loves me.
Do not swear and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that says I love not you.
Will you not eat your word?
With no sauce that can be devised to it, I protest. I love thee.
Why then, God forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice.
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I were about to protest I love you.
And do with all thy heart.
I love you with so much in my heart that none is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Oh. Not for the wide world.
You'll kill me to the night. Farewell.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice.
I am gone, though I am here. There is no love in you, nay, I pray you let me go.
Oh, Beatrice.
In faith, I will go.
We'll be friends first.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy?
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approved in the height of villain that had dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man, I would eat his heart out in the marketplace.
Hear me, Beatrice.
Talk with a man out a window, a proper saying.
Nay, but
Sweet hero, she is wrong, she is slandered, she is undone.
Beatrice.
Princes and county, surely a prince of testimony, a goodly count. Oh, that I were a man for his sake. Or that I had any friend be a man for my sake. But men are melted into curtsies, and manhood is only turned into tongue. I cannot be a man with wish, and therefore I will die a woman with grieving.
Think ye in your soul the Count Claudio hath wronged hero?
Yea, as sure as I have thought or soul.
Enough. I'm engaged. I will challenge him. I will kiss your hand. And so I'll leave you. By this hand, Claudio shall render me a dear account. As you hear me, so think of me. Go, come for your cousin. I must say she is dead. Farewell.
Time to clean up this mess and set up for the court hearing.
And quickly, we're on time, but only just. With haste.
Haste?
Haste.
That was so fun though. Claudio throws a hissy fit, Leonato loses his mind, Hero passes out.
Yeah, that was a lot. Friar came out of nowhere though with the plan. Kind of Romeo and Juliet-esque.
All the breaks repeat material at some point. At least he switched genres. B and Ben finally got somewhere.
Excited about the next scene though. Isn't that the prison hearing?
Correct. Interrogation. And Dogberry and Burgess are very excited.
Awesome. We're actually ready, I think.
Actually, this candle post needs to move. But after this, places.
Thank you, places.
Assembly. Oh, a stool and cushion for the section.
Which be the malefactors?
Mary, that and my partner.
Nay, that's certain. We have the exhibition to examine.
But which are the offenders that are to be examined? Let them come before Master Constable.
Yea, Mary. Let them come before me. What is your name, friend?
Borachio.
Pray write down Borachio. Yours, cowboy?
I am a gentleman, good sir. My name is Conrade.
Write down, Master Gentleman Conrade. Masters, do you serve God?
Yes, sir.
No.
Write down that they hope they serve God. And write God first. For God defend, but God should go before such feelings. Masters, it is proved already that you are little better than false knaves. And it will go near to be thought so shortly. How answered you for yourselves?
Very, sir. We say we are none.
Come, sirrah. A word in your ear. I say to you, it is thought you are false knaves.
Sir, I say we are none.
Well, stand aside. For God, they are both in a tale. And have you written down that they are none?
Master Constable, you come not the way to be examined. You must call forth the watch that are their accusers.
Yea, that's the eftest way. Let the watch come forth. Masters, I charge you, in the prince's name, accuse these men.
This man said, sir, that Don Joan, the prince's sister, was a villain.
Write down Princess Joan a villain. This is flat perjury to call a prince's sister villain.
Master.
Pray thee, fellow piece, I do not like that look, I promise thee.
Oh, what heard you him say else?
Mary, that he has received 1,000 ducats to Don Joan for accusing the lady hero wrongfully.
Flat burglary as ever was committed.
Yea, by master, that it is.
What else, fellow?
And that Count Claudio did mean upon his word to disgrace you before the entire assembly, and not to marry her.
Oh, villain! Thou will be condemned into everlasting presumption, consumption, redemption for this.
What else?
That is all.
And this is more, masters, than you can deny. Prince Joan is this morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in this manner accused, in this very manner refused, and upon the gift of the suddenly died. Master Constable, let these men be bound and brought to Leonato's. I will go forth with you on their examination.
Come, bring them away, thou naughty varlet.
No, away, away! You are an ass, an ass!
Dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou not suspect my years? Oh, that he were here to write me down an ass. But masters, though it not be written down, yet forget not that I am an ass. No, thou villain, thou art full of piety, and shall be proved upon thee by good witness. I am a wise fellow, and which is more, an officer, and which is more, a householder, and which is more, as pretty a piece of flesh as any is in Messina. And one I know the lot go to, and a rich fellow enough go to, and a fellow that hath had losses, and one that has 2 gowns and everything handsome about him. Come, bring him away. Oh, that I would bring down his ass.
Setting up to switch back to Leonato's house. honestly, for this break, we have actual run-through take it. That seems pretty self-explanatory. Dogberry wins, Borachio confesses, Conrade honestly is wrong place, wrong time, but, you know, be careful who you hang out with. Run can take this one.
Wait, did you just tell the audience that tech heads are only pretending to be run crew in order to make sure that the mostly new to Shakespeare audience members are good to go on the plot points?
I mean, if they haven't figured that out yet, that's pretty disappointing.
Fair.
Places!
Taking places!
If you go on thus, you will kill yourself. It is not with them thus the second grief against yourself.
Pray you, cease that counsel which falls into mine ears as profitless. Bring me a father that so loved his child, whose joy of hers overwhelmed like mine, and bid him speak of patience. But there is no such man, for sister men can speak counsel to the grief which they themselves not feel. But in tasting it, their counsel would turn to passion, which would before give perceptible medicine to rage. No, 'tis all man's office to speak patience to those that wring under the load of sorrow, but no man's virtue nor sufficiency to be so moral when he shall endure the like himself. Therefore give me no counsel. My griefs cry louder than advertisement.
Therein for men, the children, nothing different. Defend not all the grief against yourself. Let those that do offend you suffer as well.
There, thou speakest reason, nay, I will do so. My soul doth tell me here was belied, and shall Claudio know, and so shall the prince, and all them that thus dishonor her.
Here come the prince and Claudio.
Good day, good day.
Good day to you, my lord.
Paisley.
Some make, my lord. Will fare you well, my lord, or you shall hasten out with all is one.
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good old man.
If he could write himself a quarrel, then some of us would lie low.
Who wrongs him? Mary, thou dost wrong me, thou dissembler, thou. What you have done, no, Claudio, to thy head. Thou hast wronged mine innocent child and me, that I am forced to lay round my reverence by, and with gray hairs and bruised of many days to challenge thee to a trial of man. You hast belied mine innocent child. Thy slander hath gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried with her ancestors. Say this to her, pray by thy villainy.
My villainy.
Thou, Claudio, thou hast said.
You say not right, old man.
My lord, I'll prove it on his body if he dare, despite his nice fences, active practices, may youth in his bloom of lustihood.
Oh wait, I will not have to do it with you.
Canst thou so damn me? Thou hast killed my child, thou killest me, boy, thou hast killed a man.
He shall kill two of them, and men indeed. But that is no matter. Let him kill one first. Wind me and worm me. Let him answer me. Come, follow me, boy. Sir boy, come, follow me. Sir boy, I'll whip you from your boarded fence. Nays, I'm a lady, I will.
Sister.
Boys, apes, jocks, braggarts, milksops, content yourselves. What's men? I know them, yea, and what they weigh, even to the utmost scruple, scrambling, outface, and fashion monging boys. Thou lying, cog, and foul, depraved and slander, go antically, show outward hideousness, speak a half dozen dangerous words.
But, sister,
do not show meddle! Let me deal in this!
Gentle! My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but on my honor, she was charged with nothing but what was true, and very full of proof.
Oh, Lord, my lord.
I will not hear you.
No. Come, sister, away, I will be hurt.
Here he comes, the man we went to seek.
Now, mister, what news?
Good day, my lord.
Welcome, mister. You're almost come to part, almost afraid.
We had like to have had our two noses ripped off by two senior citizens. We have been up and down to seek thee, for we're a high-proof melancholy would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It is in my scabbard. Shall I draw?
Dost thou wear the wit by thy side?
Never eat it so, though very many have besides the wit. I will bid thee, draw!
As I'm an honest man, he looks pale. Art thou sick or angry?
Sir, I shall meet your wit. I pray you. Choose another subject.
Oh, but this life he changes more and more. If you be angry indeed.
If he be, he knows how to turn his girdle.
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
God bless me from a challenge.
You are a villain. I jest not. You have killed a sweet lady and her death shall fall heavy on you. Let me hear from you tomorrow noon. My lord, for your many courtesies, I'll thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your sister, the bastard, has fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. From my lord, Beanpole here, he and I shall meet. Till then, peace be with him.
He is in earnest.
In most profound earnest. I warrant you for the love of Beatrice.
And hath challenged thee.
Oh, sincerely.
But, soft you, let me be. Pluck up my heart and let me be sad. Did he not say my sister was fled?
Come you, sir. If justice cannot tame you, she shall bear with more reasons in her balance.
Now, do my sister's men bound? Borachio won.
Marry, sir, they have committed false report. Moreover, sir, they have spoken untruths. Secondarily, they are slanders. Sixth and lastly, they have belied a lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
First I ask thee what they have done. Thirdly I ask thee what's their offense. Sixth and lastly, why they are committed. And to conclude, what you lay on their charge.
Rightly reason in his own division, and by my troth, there's one meaning well suited.
Who have you offended, masters, that you are thus bound to your answers? This learned constable is too cunning to be understood. What's your offense?
Sweet prince, I have deceived even your very eyes. For what your wisdom could not discover, these shallow fools brought to light. How in the night overheard me talking to this man about how Joan, your sister, incensed me to slander the lady hero. How you were brought into the garden and saw me court Margaret in hero's garments. How you disgraced her when you should have married her. They have my villainy upon record. I would rather seal with my death than repeat my shame.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood?
I have drunk poison whilst he uttered it.
But did my sister set thee on to this?
Yes, and paid me richly for the practice of it.
She is composed and framed of treachery, and fled she is upon this villainy.
Sweet hero, now thy image doth appear in the very semblance that I looked in first.
Come, sir. By this time, our sexton hath informed Mr. Leonato of the matter. But masters, do not forget to specify when time and place shall serve that I am an ass.
Here comes Mr. Leonato and the sexton too.
Which is Bill? Let me see his eyes, that when I know another man like him, I may avoid him. Which of these is he?
If you look where you're wronger, look on me.
Art thou the slave that with thy breath hast killed mine innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
No, not so, villain. Thou hast belied thyself. Here stand a pair of honorable men. A third is fled that had a hand in it. I thank you, princes, for my daughter's death. 'Twas bravely done, bethink you of it.
I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself.
I would bend under any heavy weight that he'll enjoin me to.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I pray you both, possess the people in Messina here, how innocent she died. And in your love, come hither tomorrow morning. And since you could not be my son-in-law, be at my nephew. My sister hath a daughter, almost a copy of mine child that is dead. And she alone is heir to both of us. Give her the rights you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
Oh, noble sir, your overkindness doth wring tears from me. I do embrace your offer, and dispose of henceforth the poor Claudio.
Tomorrow, then, I expect you come. Tonight, this naughty man shall be face-to-face brought to Margaret, whom I believe was packed in all this wrong. Hired to it by your sister!
No, by my soul, she was not, nor knew what she did when she talked to me. But Beatrice hath always been virtuous in everything I do know her by.
Moreover, sir, this plaintiff here, the offender, did call me an ass. I beseech you, let it be remembered in his punishment. And also, to watch her them talk
I
of
thank thee for thy care and honest pains.
God save the foundation!
Go, I discharge you to thy prisoner, and I thank thee.
And I humbly give leave to depart you. And if a merry meeting may be wished, God prohibit it. Come, neighbor.
Get the other one. Until tomorrow morning, my lords. Farewell.
Farewell, my lords. We will look for thee tomorrow.
We will not fail.
Tonight, I'll mourn with Hero.
Set up for the, I guess I can admit I'm in love with you, scene.
That one was fun. Big fan of Leonato's fake paternal duel challenge.
And his sister got pretty heightened.
And awesome. Ben actually started the protection mode too. It was kind of cute. It was really fun. The beanpole joke was gold. Stay gold. Ben, you're probably my favorite character right now.
Don Pedro knows the truth now. I bet it feels pretty bad for forgetting about his sister. She's not a great person.
Does anybody ever think that because people forget about her, that it makes her not a great person?
This is a comedy. Don't get too deep.
Places.
Thank you, places.
The God of love sits above. That sits. No. The God of love that sits above. Sits above. That sits above. Yeah. It knows me. Pray thee, sweet Mistress Margaret. Deserve well in my hands by helping me to the speech of Beatrice.
Will you then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
And so high style, Margaret, that no man living shall come over it. For most complete truth, thou deserves it.
To have no man come over me? Why, shall I always keep below stairs?
Thy wit is as quick as the greyhound's mouth. It catches.
And yours is blunt as the fencer's foils, which hit but hurt not.
A most manly wit, Margaret. It would not hurt a woman. I pray thee, call Beatrice. Yes. The God of love that sits above, and knows me, how pitiful I deserve. No. The God of love that sits above. Sweet Beatrice. Wouldst thou come when I called thee?
Yea, and depart when you biddest me.
Oh, stay but till then.
Then is spoken. Fare you well for now. And yet, ere I go, let me go with that I came, which is with knowing what has passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words. Thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore, I will depart unkissed.
Thou hast brine the word out of his right sense. So forcible is thy wit. But I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and I must shortly hear from him, or I'll subscribe him a coward. Now tell me, for which one of my bad parts did thou first fall in love with me?
For them all together, which maintain so politic a state of evil that they will not admit any good part to intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love? A good appetite. I do suffer love indeed, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart, if you spite it for my sake, I'll spite it for yours. For I will ever love which that my friend hates.
Thou art not too wise to rule peaceably. Now tell me, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
Well, how do you?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, amend. There, I'll leave you too. Here comes one in haste.
Ma'am, you must come to your uncle. It is proved my lady hero has been falsely accused. The prince and Claudio mightily abused, and Don Joan is the author of all who is fed and gone. Will you come presently?
Will you come hear this news, mister?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thine eyes. And moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle's.
Last tech break, setting up for wedding number 2. Hopefully this goes better than the first one.
I don't know. I liked the last one.
Excited for the big reveal, though. I wonder if Claudio will mess it up again.
Can't be any worse than last time.
I bet this one was nicer. Lights, can you make sure that these last scenes start with the entire set one last time? I'm really proud of it.
I think we have enough, but I can add more if you want.
No, I think part of it basically too washed out.
Well, you heard the LD. Final call. It's been a pleasure talking with you all today.
Yeah, it's the first time tech heads have ever had an actual role.
And Hankins told us slightly last minute.
But luckily we're pretty fantastic and it's important to get the spotlight sometimes. Behind the scenes work brings the actor's stories to life, so it's nice to remind people of that.
Plus, we're cool people, and we love talking about our work. Feel free to talk to us afterwards.
Hey, do y'all mind getting back to your actual jobs?
It would just really help us out.
Yeah, no offense, but you guys have been in the way the whole time.
You heard real run crew, places.
Stinky places.
Did I not tell you she was innocent? Well, I am glad that all things started out so well.
And so am I, being else by faith and force to call young Claudio to reckon him for it.
Well, daughter, and you gentlewomen all, we're drawn to a chamber by ourselves, and when I send for you, come in, masked. Come on. The prince and Claudio promised by this hour to visit me. You know your office, sister. You must be a mother to your brother's daughter and give her to young Claudio.
Which I will do with confirmed countenance.
Fry, I must entreat you for your pains, I think.
To do what, mister?
To find me, or undo me, one of them. Mr. Leonato, truth it is, good mister, your niece regards me with an eye of favor.
The how my daughter lent her, 'tis most true.
And I do with an eye of love requite her.
The sight whereof I think you have from me, from Claudio, and the prince. But what is your will?
Your answer, sir, is enigmatical. But for my will is your good will. May stand with ours this day to be conjoined in the state of honorable marriage, in which, friar, I shall desire your help.
My heart is with your liking.
And my hope. Here comes the Prince and Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, Prince. Good morrow, Claudio. Are you yet determined to marry with my sister's daughter?
I'll hold my mind.
Call her forth, sister. Here is the friar ready.
Good morrow, Benedick. Why, what's with the February face, so full of frost of storm and cloudiness?
I think he thinks upon the savage bull. Fear not, man. Tempt thy horns with gold, and all your rovers shall rejoice in thee. Once you rode with it at lusty Zeus will play the noble beast in love.
Old Zeus, sir, had an amiable love. And some such strange bull left your father's cow, and got a captain that same noble fleet. Much like to you, for you have just his bleed.
For this, how do you want? Here come the other reckonings. Which is the lady I must seize upon?
The same as she, and I do give you her.
Why then, she is mine. Sweet, let me see your...
No! That you shall not till you take your hand in front of this friar and swear to marry her.
Give me your hand for this holy friar. I'm yours if you like.
And when I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
Hero!
Nothing certain her. One hero died to 5, but I do live. And as surely as I do live, I'm a faithful hero.
The former hero! Hero that is dead!
She died, my lord, but whilst her slanders lived.
All this amazement I can qualify. For your holy rights granted, I'll tell you largely a fair hero's death. Meantime, let one who seems familiar to the chapel, let us presently.
Stop the fair friar. Wishes, Beatrice?
I go by that name. What is your will?
But do not you love me?
Why, no. No more than reason.
Why then your uncle and the prince and Claudio have been deceived. They swore you did.
Do not you love me?
Troth, no. No more than reason.
Then my cousin and Margaret are much deceived. But they just swear you did.
They swore you were almost sick for me.
They swore you were well nigh dead for me.
There's no such matter. Then you do not love me?
No, true. But a friendly recompense.
Come, cousin, I am sure you love the gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon that he does, for here is a paper written in his own hand, a haunted sonnet of his own pure brain, fashion to Beatrice.
And here's another, written by cousin's hand, stolen from her pocket, containing her affection unto Benedick.
A miracle. Use our own hands against our hearts. Come, I will have thee, but by this lie I take thee for pity.
I will not deny you, but by this good day I yield upon great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a concern.
Peace, I will stop your mouth.
How dost thou, Benedick the married man?
Since I do propose to marry, I will think nothing to anything the world can say against it. And therefore never flout me for what I have said against it, because man is a giddy thing. And that is my conclusion. For that part, Claudio, I did think to have beaten thee. But for that, thou art like to be my kinsman. Live unbruised. Love my cousin. We are friends. Let's have a dance. Therefore play music.
Sir, I told you so. Your sister of fled is being brought back to farm soldiers to Messina.
Think not on him till morrow. I'll devise thee brave punishments. Strike up, pipers.
Alrighty, everybody. Grab a partner and square up. Circle left. Let go hands with partner. And do-si-do your partner. Right element in the corner. And weave that ring. And now with a yee-haw, I'd like to welcome back your VIP.
We say it here.
Yeah, sir.
Here we go.
Square up. Circle right.
rat.